Hello. What a good way to start a video. Epic honeycomb cake. Also look, epic party hat that's actually really too big for my head, but look at that. Also, you're not gonna believe this, but look at what I have. Hold on. They come in two colors. So you got silver and you got gold. Gold! They kind of sound different. Hold on. Amazing. I also have a variation of cake. For this celebration video, I was like, you know what? I want to buy a cake. I think I've done that technically in the past, but this is kind of different. So for this celebration video's cake, I decided to go to a downtown area, and I went to Chocolatier, which is in Concord, North Carolina. If you go, tell them I say hello. And I got an epic Oreo cheesecake. It doesn't really look very big, but it's still epic. I'm excited to try it. Very epic. Now the problem with this that I realized is that I usually do candles for my cakes to represent numbers and stuff, and I have candles. They're just really freaky deaky big. Too big for this. But I have candles technically, so I'm gonna figure this out. So technically I think this counts. It's supposed to be 20,000, which, you know, ayo, let's freaky deaky go. So I'm gonna light all of them in their weird circle-y pattern, and then show you, and it'll be epic. Oh. Pyrotechnics for real. No, go, please. Or nor. Come on, come on. Hello? Yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Magic. So now that that's over with, let me actually try this. Beautiful. So now it is time for questions. So I have this epic question, which is in Spanish, so I'm gonna try to pronounce it correctly. I'm so sorry. ¿Qué siente tener suscriptores que hablan español? Which I think means, how do I feel about having, like, Spanish-speaking subscribers, or, like, community and everything. And I think it's epic. So truthfully, I do feel a little bad because it's not as if I can necessarily reciprocate and, you know, talk in Spanish all the time. You know, I know Spanish to a degree. I did it in middle school and high school. But, you know, my comprehension is kind of like, ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Kinda. So I don't want to be like, yeah, I know Spanish, and then do Spanish and do Spanish wrong. But in regards to having people who watch my videos that are Spanish and speak Spanish, everyone that I've talked to has been great. Of course, there have been videos suggested and people that I've talked about that are from Latin America and stuff, you know, Mexico, wherever, that, like, I don't fully comprehend, and then I do research and I'm like, I did not fully understand the research because I don't understand Spanish. But in general, everyone that I've talked to has always been so nice, everyone's so helpful, so I really appreciate it. Even though I don't fully understand it, it's so fun and I love it. Thank you for the question. This next question asks, favorite video game of all time? I bet it's Spyro 1. Correction, that's just Spyro. Spyro the Dragon. But yeah, no, that's pretty much the answer. I'd say, in terms of my experience playing a video game, probably Spyro the Dragon, like the first one. I actually have with me on my desk, I have it always, like a little Spyro figure, because I love Spyro. I grew up with Spyro. I think I've explained this. I also have the Reignited trilogy for Xbox that I've played halfway through. I have Ripto's Rage for the PlayStation. I have a few different Spyro games. I had one for the Wii. But in general, to answer the question, yes, I'd say my general favorite franchise would be Spyro, and the first game is probably my favorite video game. But I also love Final Fantasy X. Fantastic soundtrack. I love that game because I kind of grew up with that. I also have a soft spot for Freaky Deaky, Barbie Horse Adventure Wild Horse Rescue. Love that video game because I grew up on it. Also, if I had to say another game that I absolutely love, Mario Kart Wii, and also just Mario Kart in general. I've recently started playing Mario Kart for the, like, Nintendo DS, and it's so fun. So I also like Nintendo games, like Super Mario Galaxy is super fun. But to answer the question, I would say Spyro. Thank you for the question. Next, I have a conglomeration of different questions, and I'm gonna kind of answer them, hopefully in, like, one answer, but very fast. So favorite smiling critters. Probably all of them. I do like the dog. Honestly, I don't know that much about Smiling Critters aside from the fact that I've reacted to one thing for it. It looks very fun. I'm not very familiar with it. I've watched and heard people talk about it, but I'm not that familiar with it to really give an answer. So upon seeing one video that I've reacted to, probably like the orange dog, I think is what it is. Next question within the conglomeration. Have you seen some Smiling Critters AUs, like alternate universes? No, I think I've legitimately just seen like the actual canon stuff, but even then, like I said, I'm not really familiar with the canon stuff. Probably will be once I like talk about it in the future or something, react more to it, but I'm not very familiar. I'm familiar with AUs because I grew up with like anime and video game stuff in middle school and high school, so I'm all sorts of familiar with how that can be, so I can imagine there's probably multiple. When is the voice acting video coming? I've had a few requests like in the past and semi-recently to do voice acting, like voice line, kind of just trying for fun kind of video stuff. And I have not put that on my calendar to do that, but since that's like a fun random thing, I could probably do that on a Saturday in the nearish future. I just haven't sat down to do it. Thankfully, whenever people request those, they put the characters that I can voice or try to do, so it's not necessarily like it'd be hard to do. I just need to do it. So, but to answer your question, I don't know, but hopefully soon. Happy New Year, friendo. Happy New Year, friendo, to you too. Hopefully this video comes out before midnight because I wanted to do it before midnight, before the new year. But either way, Happy New Year to you as well. Have you seen Sonic 3 yet? I haven't seen Sonic 2 or 3. I'm very much so behind, but Sonic 1 was fun. I finally saw it and everything, and I really like the animation. The stories and characters are really fun. I have seen spoilers for what Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 look like and what characters are in it. I want to see Sonic 3 because it has Shadow, and he's voiced by Keanu Reeves, I think, and Shadow also, I think, drives some motorcycles, and I like motorcycles, so I want to watch it. All of that to say, no, I haven't seen it yet, but I want to. Last question in the section, water or soda? I generally try, if we're limiting it to those two options, do water, but if I had to say like anything else, I'd say it's like coffee, because coffee is usually my go-to. There was a long time ago where I did like the soda challenge where you don't drink soda for a year, and I did it, and then since then I haven't really had, you know, the desire to drink soda, so I definitely say, to answer that question, probably water, but just out of habit. Soda is good. If I had to say my favorite soda, I'd probably say Sprite. Thank you for the questions. This question is more or less like a request question, but it's asking if I can react to Shut Up Eugenio? Is that how you say the, like, Cállate Eugenio? Eugenio? I don't know, Eugenio? I don't know. Eugenio? I don't know. But yeah, probably. I'll screenshot that question and respond to the comment, and then react to it at some point. Thank you. Next section of questions come from Bense Erdes, and their first one is, what have been the most significant changes for you this year? For all of 2024. That's a big timeline. Let me think. I guess one of the changes isn't necessarily like life altering in a way, but I collected all of like my motorcycle gear stuff as far as clothing is concerned, and I kind of had to make changes in terms of saving money for that, so I guess that would be kind of a change. Another thing would be coming back home, and I'm like, you know, in the process of finding different work stuff, because I am working with things, but you know, other stuff as well, because things be crazy. But in general, that's kind of a change, just observing and doing stuff for that. Another change, I got a tattoo. I don't know if I can show, I have to figure this out. Hold on. I feel like if I try to show it here, it's gonna be complicated, so I guess the way to remedy that is to show pictures from when I actually got my tattoo. That was one of my big things, kind of semi at the last minute. Like, I've always thought that I'd be cool to have one and whatnot, but then I was like, oh, go to a tattoo place and be like, oh, when can I do one? And they were like, oh yeah, you want to do one this Monday? That was like 4 days after that. I was like, oh my gosh, but then I got one and it was not bad at all. Definitely like 10 out of 10 would recommend, unless you're getting it on a place that's like rough. Anyways, very fun. That was a big change, but very exciting. Do you have any New Year's resolutions? Definitely take motorcycle safety course so that I can get my license and, you know, start saving up for a motorcycle. I feel like it's gonna take me longer than I initially, you know, thought to save up for one, but also, you know, I don't want to take a loan, so I'd rather like pay for it in full, so I've got to save up. So that's a resolution. So take class and get motorcycle at some point. Also, you know, start looking for apartment things and figuring that out, because that's gonna be crazy, but it is what it is. What else? I guess other things would be like being willing to go on more like adventures, just little mini trips and stuff, doing micro vacations where I like drive somewhere, go do a thing, and then come back within a day or two, you know. Still fun, but you know, an accomplishment. So trying different things and being willing to fail at them or figure out how to do better next time. So just trying things. I think that's one of my bigger things. Yeah. Do you have a favorite board game? I don't think Uno counts. I don't think it does. If it does, then yes. But if I had to say, Monopoly is really fun. I also like Trouble is a really fun board game. But I also really like, I don't know if you've ever played the board game Sorry, where you press this little thingy in the middle and it like has dice and you put little peg thingies around the board. It's just really fun. So I like that one. But I don't think Uno counts. But thank you for the questions. So I also have some questions from Instagram that I got, and one of them is, what the hey is the revolt of Czechoslovak Legion? Boy, I don't know. I love history. I really do, but I don't 100% know all the history things. I'm still young. I have to do a lot of reading. But, you know, that's why I have this channel half the time, so that I can read and learn and learn and share with people. So I will find out, but I'll probably save that question so I can answer it later. Another question asks, have you seen Sonic Movie 3? If so, what are your thoughts on it? So, like I said, this is actually a similar question. Huzzah. I have not seen it. I want to, because the animation looks really cool and all of the actors in it seem to be really chill. And then the designs for the characters were really cool. But really, I want to see it because the movie has Shadow. And I think Shadow is pretty cool. So, I have not seen it, so I don't have any thoughts on it. But I have like watching it thoughts that it's gonna look really cool and it's gonna be fun, so we'll see. So here's another conglomeration of questions, but I will answer them separately. Have you seen Smiling Friends? That's made by Zach and then like Michael Cusack, I think is how you say his name, I think. Anyways, I know the people who've made the show. I've seen like clips of Smiling Friends. Have I watched it? No, but I've seen many clips. I get a lot of the jokes, and I also watch compilations online of all the inside jokes that relate from Smiling Friends to other YouTube channels like Oni Plays. And it's like, haha, that's funny. Anyways, so I definitely actually want to watch it, but have I yet, like, as full episodes? No. Sonic 3 or Mufasa? I don't know why everyone's I mean, Sonic 3, I guess, is a big movie. People like it. Anyways, so Sonic 3 or Mufasa? I love the Lion King, like the OG Lion King. I don't think I necessarily care to watch Mufasa, even though I've seen and heard some of the songs like brother, you know, British people be like brother. But because it's like the weird, it's not weird, it's impressive, but it's like the CGI realistic animals. I don't necessarily care to see it, even though the story is technically like new, so that might be the only reason I would watch it. But if I had to choose between either, I'd probably say Sonic 3, even though I haven't seen it yet. Will you be playing Poppy Playtime 1, 2, 3, 4? I know by this point, the first one's like old in relation to the other ones, so people have probably moved on from it, but because I haven't played it, I'd probably be willing to try it. I'm not going to commit to that because I still have other games to finish and play, but I think I would in the future because I like spooky games, and I'm pretty sure it's spooky, so I think that would be fun. What kind of AUs do I want to do? That you want to do? I guess, is that in relation to me having alternate universes with my channel? I don't know. If there was an alternate universe with this channel, I hope it would be one where I actually speak Spanish instead of English, and then it's like the reversal of that. I think that'd be funny. So like Spanish version of me, that'd be funny. I'd still want my name to be Jeff Hefe. If you're asking about, you know, like me covering alternate universes, I've always enjoyed looking into the Undertale ones, even though I know there's a bajillion. I know there's like a horror tale one for Undertale, and that looks cool, and I think there's some fan-made stuff for that. So maybe looking into Undertale ones, because that game's really cool. I've been enjoying playing it, so I'd be willing to check those out. Can you draw the smiling critters? Maybe in the future. Right now, I don't think I have a sketch pad with me. So to answer the question right now, no, but I could do that. I could probably post it on my DeviantArt. There we go. So this one's a little different. I don't think I've ever received an image as a question thing, but they say, what do you think of this image? I've never watched Hotel Transylvania. I've seen memes and stuff from it. I guess my only question is why is he blue? Like that kind of reminds me of like the when knee surgery is tomorrow meme, cause blue. I think that's interesting. The only thing I'm kind of perplexed about is the reason why he's so short. Like that just kind of looks weird. The fact that there's toothpaste, I don't know why that doesn't bother me. But he's short, like his legs are short, and that's kind of weird. But cool image, thank you. This question asks, how you feel specifically today, the day you are recording this. Today, oh my goodness, coincidence? I think not. Today, my nose is slightly stuffy, I have a slight headache, but I'm a very happy, chill person today, because I got to do some shopping and got to see pets. We're like starting to take Christmas decorations down and I still have my tree, but regardless, you know. But in general, I'm doing good. I'm chill. I'm a little tired, but I'm good. I appreciate that question. Sometimes I don't even consider how I'm feeling, which is not good. But you know, to answer the question, I'm doing all right. I hope you are too. This person just says congrats, you know, about the channel and everything, and I do really appreciate it. I'll talk about it in a hot second, but it's so exciting to like celebrate stuff like this because it's just fun, and I'm glad people participate in stuff with questions and just enjoying and everything. So thank you. Will you come to Argentina someday? Ooh, I definitely could because they mentioned meeting certain people. I don't know if they'd ever want to meet me or vice versa. I think it'd be fun to meet people like other content creators from different countries because that'd be really cool. So to answer the question, I've never been to Argentina, but I'd love to go. I've had people also mention Mexico. I have some friends in Mexico that I'd probably like to go and adventure with in Mexico. I'm also working on getting a visa because I'm hopefully going to be visiting Scotland next year. That's also kind of like a resolution to go visit that country. Huzzah. But I think that'd be really fun to travel more, you know, that'd be really cool. That's a bit far, but that'd be fun. So to answer the question, yes, I would like to. This question is rather unique. It asks, have you ever farted so hard that it startled someone? No. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but like, I genuinely don't think I've ever had that experience or caused that kind of experience. So to answer that genuinely no, I hope that never happens because I try to not, you know, do stuff like that to other people. I'm sure it's happened for other people, you know, it happens. It is what it is. But me personally, no. Thank you for the question. This question asks, are you the silliest because you are what the hey, or are you what the hey because you are the silliest? I don't really call myself or consider myself silly. Sometimes I'll be like, I'm a silly goose, but that's about it, honk honk. But, to answer the question, if I had to pick one of those, I guess the first option of I am the silliest because I am what the hey, like I am myself, and sometimes I do be silly. So I think that's the more, you know, relevant and agreeable option. Thank you for the question. Last question, this one asks, did you expect something when you found yourself in the Latin or Mexican community? I love you too, huzzah. So in terms of what the question is asking, I don't think I expected anything from like what's happened with my channel in terms of people from Latin America or just like Mexico or whatever in general. You know, when I react to stuff, sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe the original creator will see that I reacted to it, or, you know, certain people will find this and then like give me lore and explanation on what the content is. But I never, you know, necessarily expect that something is going to happen in that way. So for me, I guess the main answer is no. But especially in the way of like it's surprising in like a vague way, I guess. Because I guess my understanding of it is that really anything can happen, especially when it comes to the internet and YouTube. So like I have expectations or general knowledge of how YouTube operates, but in regards to myself, you know, whatever happens is what happens. But with how I have found myself with certain people coming to watch my channel, I think it's great. Really, I think my whole thing is that I want anyone to be able to watch my content within, you know, a certain way, I guess. Like, I don't want anyone necessarily to not be able to watch my content. I mean, you know, if you're someone who watches a Spanish video and you don't understand Spanish, it may be a little confusing, but I still think it's fun. And I guess for me, my whole thing has always been I like to learn in as many ways as I can and hopefully share information and learn from others and, you know, different formats so that I can enjoy stuff and hopefully have other people enjoy stuff as well. I don't think that's a very clear answer, but I hope that's an answer. But once again, did I expect this? No, but it's awesome. So I believe that's all of the questions. If I happen to miss yours or anything, feel free to let me know. I can answer it in the comments or something. But in general, thank you all very much for the questions. Kind of like I said earlier, doing this stuff, continuing the channel, making the videos, playing the games, all that stuff. It's so fun and I really enjoy it. Sometimes I get caught up in life and then I'm like doing things and I'm like, man, I really wish I could be doing a video right now or whatever, what have you, doing research, recording, editing. So sometimes life do be getting in the way, but you know, sometimes as the Cars song quote goes, life is the highway. So sometimes I just gotta ride out how busy stuff can be sometimes, or have to like pause on doing something or not upload a video, and then I'm like, bruh. But in general, it's always so fun, and I'm glad people continue to ask questions and want me to check out really random videos, but they're funny. So in general, I'm just glad that people enjoy my stuff. Like I said, I've said in the past anyways, I would probably be making stuff regardless, but the fact that people enjoy it and everything definitely helps. It's definitely very encouraging. So like I usually say as well, if there's ever anything that, you know, you or whoever feel I could improve or change on my channel, you know, like branch out into new content or do a video a different way or something like that, always let me know, because if the content isn't great, I kind of want to know that, but I won't know unless people bring it up. So, you know, if it's something that can be changed, let me know. Just give me feedback. Feedback is great. In terms of where the channel will go next year, who freaky deaky knows? Not me. In terms of the type of content that I want to keep up with next year, obviously answering more questions, reacting to stuff, because that's the main stuff I do. But also playing video games is fun. I want to cook and bake more because that's, you know, beneficial to me, and also just doing that is fun. Maybe more stuff related to motorcycles and kind of learning about them, or I might just make a separate channel for that, who knows. But anyways, I love motorcycle stuff, so sharing my own hobbies and stuff, like with music and stuff too, I think that'd be fun. I recently have acquired some new books, so I'm reading slowly but surely, so I'll probably try to do more reviews on those when I'm finished and I can write all the thingies and information stuff up for that. So hopefully I'll be able to do more of that next year. Maybe more show and movie kind of analysis things, because I did one movie analysis and I enjoyed it. Obviously I'm not the best and I'm not a very big, you know, film critic person, but it's still fun. So in general, I think the channel is gonna basically, format-wise, continue as it has been for pretty much since it's begun. But as I said, if there's ever anything that you're like, you should try this, let me know and I'll see if I can try it. But also, once again, in general, I always appreciate the support, the interaction, the participation with questions, requests, all that stuff. It makes the channel what it is and continues to be. So as long as I'm able to do it, I want to do it, which is so fun. Because there's not necessarily many things I could truly say that I enjoy doing like this. Like, this is one of the biggest commitments I have made because I've done it for so long and I want to continue to do it. So it's so fun. So thank you all very much for your support. Like, giving art stuff sometimes, like, that's always like, bruh, artists for real. But I do really enjoy that and I really appreciate that, because I know stuff like that also takes so much time. So I appreciate that as well. So I guess final comments. Very epic. Cheesecake, thank you for like 20,000 subscribers, very epic. 21,000, by the way. What's 9 plus 10? 21. But that's essentially it, so thank you all very much for watching, and celebrating with me. And also, happy New Year's Eve / New Year's. Huzzah. So, thank you very much for watching. Bye.